Dude, let's do a mail call. I got a lot of mail in this week at the warehouse. Don't know how many packages exactly, but probably 15 to 20-ish to open up. And as always, the takeaway from reseller mail call is that these were all packages that I bought for retail, barring a few that were auction style that I won because obviously I really like the price. My final bid was, I always feel like when I win auctions, I'm naturally not I'm gonna bid an amount that I'm really happy to pay. So if I win anything auction style, I'm thrilled about. And then I hunt for newly listed buy it nows. I don't always score like crazy, little Samson for $5. Those deals go in seconds. But I'm usually just looking out for key titles that I feel, the word I use is upside. I feel like, man, I want to buy these when they get listed on the low. The low being commonly around price charting, maybe 20% less than price charting for a nice CIB copy on titles that I really like. Feel like there's upside. I'm gonna snag that buy it now. So that's what's in the mail. Bunch of stuff that reseller warehouse Dave is feeling good about. So kind of look at what I'm liking. And then quick reseller tips. Right now what's hot is CIB GameCube full setting. I mean, NES, we've seen that full set kind of come and go. Still a very popular theme, but I feel like a lot of the dedicated collectors knocked it out. And then a lot of resellers were getting in on that wave of NES stuff blowing up. So a lot of it was tied down by resellers. And now that it's not nearly as faddish to full set NES, and now that a lot of people the more dedicated collectors have accomplished their goal, we're seeing prices come down as the resellers are saying, shit, I just need to sell this. I'll keep undercutting until I get this stuff sold. So that's been causing NES to slide over the past couple of years. SNES, I feel like, was never too popular to full set, just too big of a library. N64 has been very popular to full set for years and is also in full blossom, I feel, right now. Also look out for probably the top third of N64 titles of close to 300. There's probably about 100 of them that are truly uncommon games. And those are the kind of games where if they're sitting at $15 for the past 3-4 years, they could quickly jump to $25. So N64 is on the brink of possibly shooting up a little bit higher, and definitely a good time to sell for new bars, as a lot of people are sitting on 64 to sell. And as soon as prices get, I feel, a little bit higher on uncommon 64 stuff, we're going to see a lot of them hit the market. So I've started selling off a lot of my 64 hoard. It's been selling like crazy. So I feel like now's a good time to cash out. And if you're collecting, now's also a good time to try to snag those last few. I know Silver Wings watches some of my videos, and he's going for full set cart plus manual, which I think is a cool way to do it. To get all that content in the manuals, screw the boxes overpriced, save a lot there. So, and where am I going with this? Well, GameCube. GameCube is like, it's finally hit its stride to where the oddball stuff that used to get just kind of lost in obscurity. Not enough people were full setting for some of these shovelware type titles, and just some oddball titles to really get noticed for how rare they are. Some of them how rare and good they are. So when they're rare and good and enough people are full setting and picking them off of the market, they start to get really dried up. They're not getting listed. Great example right here. NEC published, don't know who developed it, but it's an F-Zero clone, only for GameCube. Very scarce. Been sitting on this for a while, since it was around like a 40-year. I think I could pull damn near 100 for it now. I still am hesitant to sell it because I feel like this thing could hit 120, 150. I know that seems crazy. There's a lot of GameCube to revere, I feel. So what makes that one $150 $50 game. Well, I think GameCube's just gonna, those GameCube rares are gonna, there's gonna be a lot of them in the 100 plus bracket. Starting to feel that way. So trying to get me a real nice disc resurfacer, and then I can knock all these out, get them looking perfect, and start selling them. Just your quality publisher, better yet, only for GameCube plus quality publisher. Not saying this is a quality game right here, but here you go. You got Namco, Hello Kitty IP, only for GameCube. Pretty uncommon. 15er? I don't think so. I think I was happy to trade for that 6 months ago. And this kind of stuff is starting to get pricier. So I don't have too many WoW pieces, but just everything GameCube. When I go to look it up, I'm pleasantly surprised at the values. While a lot of the market is plateaued or kind of slipped the last couple of years, GameCube's definitely been shooting. So GameCube 64, if you have that stuff and you're kind of feeling wishy-washy about continuing collecting, maybe you're wanting to lighten the load and kind of hone in on just what you really love and play, which is the best way to do it, and capitalize on the collecting market, I'd say move some of your 64 and some of your GameCube stuff that you know is just collector bait while people are full set obsessed with it. Good time to be moving that. An example of a full set console that's really maintained high values, much to my surprise, when Saturn shot up to where it's at now, where a lot of your uncommon great titles are $250 plus. You know, a lot of the just really rare but not super high demand titles are $100 on Saturn. I was like, man, can this really sustain that? Eventually these people with these massive collections are going to want to sell it off. It's going to tank the market, but much to my surprise, Saturn has stayed very strong. Makes me wonder if Dreamcast has potential to damn near double across the board. You know, I could see it. It's fathomable. GigaWing 2, $350. JoJo, $250. Rival Schools Project Justice, $200. I could see that kind of a landscape. Games like Elemental Gimmick Gear, $120, $150. Illbleed, $200. I could see that landscape happening. So Dreamcast is something that I haven't been anxious to move at all. I don't have a great quantity hoarded away, but definitely not anxious to be moving that right now. Sonic stuff, that was the other pre-mill opening discussion I wanted to have. Was obviously Sonic movie is hyped right now, and go figure the Sonic market has been affected and it's hot right now. So anything that's non-video game but retro Sonic collectible related, good time to cash out on that. I think I got a couple things. Where are they? Where's my Sonic stuff? Go figure. Switch Mega Collector's Edition super big box thing is just still a pain in the ass to even list and ship. Not even fucking worth it. So that's the state of modern day quote unquote collector's editions. They're not nearly as collectible as retro stuff. It's truly hard to find. Everybody bought this and kept it brand new. You know, they're nothing special. We gotta get that up. Time to move that. I know I got another Sonic somewhere. I need to get box protectors. I need to be a better collector about this shit. What am I doing? I'm not being a very good collector. There we go. Move my Sonics. Thank you, Jim Carrey and Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you for the hype. Sonic stuff. Where's my Sonic stuff? Ooh. does this have manual? No, it's just empty case. I wish. Thought I had a Sonic CD CIB. Am I blind? Oh yeah, of course. Hopefully my disc is okay. I need a front case. Oh, hopefully I have a disc. God damn. I'm not doing so well. Warehouse needs improvement. It's alright. So get your Sonic stuff gone. Get rid of it. Just scoop it up later. Oh, I might miss it. I might not get another one. It'll be a piece on my shelf that I'll feel void. I'll feel sad. I'll miss my Sonic collector stuff. No, you won't. You can just reacquire it in the future. Prices will come down. Where the fuck is my... Fuck! Sorry to waste your time here on this video. But I had a couple cool examples of non-video game Sonic collectibles. Where are they? Fuck me. I wouldn't keep them in here, would I? No. Damn it. This thing's cool. I want to use these sparingly. Check that out. 80 games. Price sticker. That's pretty sweet. Man. I'll have to find it. I have this like little Sonic the Hedgehog mini statue thing. It was part of his like 15th anniversary Sonic the Hedgehog bullshit. I also have this Japanese coin. Sorry, let me get into the mail. What the fuck? I'll find it later. Oh yeah, I can just find it later and then film it and then combine videos. I can do that technology now. I have an app that allows me to do that. Alright. Put the Sonics where they belong. Fuck, man. God, I need to get cleaned up. Oh, Sonic. Oh, Sonic. There's a great little hidden gem. And a couple sealed ones. Rising Zan. By your boy, Age Tech. You know him. You love him. Age Tech. Fuck, man. Fucking Sonic. Very elusive Sonic. Alright, let's do this mail call. Try not to dox myself. No addresses shown. 13 minutes in. Holy fuck. Alright. You're sitting on top of a stack of TurboGrafx and NES cards. Here we go. Got my scissors ready. Let's see what I got at retail. Oh, question for the viewers. This is the kind of shit I'm curious about. I'm interested in storytelling that I enjoy. What games in the past have you bought because you were collecting from the heart, you were buying stuff that you wanted at the time, you paid retail, quote unquote retail, for, and that can't include GameStop when they're underpriced on something and you were just patient, you didn't want to pay full price on eBay, so you instead tried to look out for the game coming into your local GameStop or whatever your game store is, and when they got it, their system had it priced lower than eBay, so you snagged it. So what games in the past were very rewarding to buy at, again, quote unquote retail? Because as time went on, the game only got more and more scarce, price went higher and higher. You still have it, or you held on to it long enough to where you're done with it, And by the time you went to sell it or trade it, it was worth a lot more than what you paid. So curious what your stories are. As I slice these open, I'll tell you one of mine. My favorites. Told this story to many a person. My most memorable GameStop purchase. GameStop has been doing buy two get one free pre-owned promos to move their pre-owned stuff where they have their highest margins. Naturally, they get to pay whatever their system is telling them to pay or give trade on for pre-owned stuff, and that gives them a lot of profit margin that they can come down on and do buy two get ones and still be making mad money, because again, they pay very little for pre-owned stuff typically, especially that collector tier stuff. So even back as far as like early 2000s, that was a go-to method for me, was just hunt for GameStop deals, kind of know what's hotter on eBay than is priced at GameStop, know which titles to look out for at GameStop, and then when they're doing buy two get one, it was just pair up time. So I used to be that nerdy youngster that would spend too much time at the game store, not bugging anybody, but just trying to pair up buy two get ones to maximize my savings. My best deal fucking ever. You won't be able to top this one at a GameStop. GameStop had 2005, I shit you not, the game Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on GameCube, priced at $12.99. And they didn't fly out. There wasn't tremendous demand for them. So it was a common occurrence to find Path of Radiance at GameStop. Game has an appearance of having much more rarity than it truly is. I mean, if you remember looking out for GameCube back in the day when it was kind of getting phased out, it wasn't that uncommon. But now that they're all locked into collections, so many people have acquired them over the past 10 years with no intention of selling. They've dried up. The pond is dried. Now that game is well over $150. Couldn't believe when it was over 80. Started to eclipse 100. Couldn't believe it. Now I don't know what to believe. Anything's possible. It's kind of like the Earthbound of the GameCube. Path of Radiance. Common. Just mildly uncommon, you know. Call it uncommon for sure. It ain't common. Earthbound ain't common. Path of Radiance ain't common. Anyways, $12.99. Buy two, during a buy two get one. They had 3 fucking copies of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Each one CIB. I had my 10% off membership rewards thing, and it was buy two get one. So I think I went away paying like $24 after tax, less than $25 for 3 CIB Path of Radiances. Unbelievable. So that was my, I guess I can't really say I was buying it as a gamer, passionate, in love, looking for the game that I wanted so desperately. It was more so opportune buying moment. But even at that time, Path of Radiance was like a solid 35er. So it was just like, god damn, I can make money on my first one that I sell. The other two will just be gravy. Alright. Enough with this story time. But I'm curious to know what your favorite pickups have been. I mean, we've all had our garage sale scores, so those are typically your most exciting stories or memories of game hunting will be your mega scores, but you hear about mega scores every single day. Kind of curious to know what you quote unquote scored by today's standards, but back in the past when you bought it, you weren't really scoring, you were just buying it, and it shot up. Let's look at these packages. One thing I love about getting all this kind of bubbly, maily type packages in is I reuse it for packaging material. I'll use nice eBay poly bags, bubble mailers that I have, but I'll use these to like double pad stuff. So it doesn't end up in a landfill. It gets reused, cuts my cost for packaging materials down, and I'm also not throwing away stuff that's just going to go to a landfill. So I like it. Try to reuse this as much as possible. Let's look at the goods. Card Fighters Clash. Favorite NGPC game. That was the Capcom edition there, a little bit rarer than the SNK version. Saw 2. You might see a couple Saw 2s and Saw 1s coming in. So I was clearing off some of the cheaper ones that were on eBay. Because they're uncommon, they're Konami. They're on 360 also, but much scarcer on PS3, and PS3 is just the way to go for that generation, 360 versus PS3 collecting. It's kind of like OG Xbox versus PS2. You need to check out this disc though. It looks like it was not well cared for. As you can kind of tell with the manual. Kind of a meh copy, so I'll make sure it's looking fine. Talk that aside. But Saw, I guess they're coming out with a new Saw movie this year, and that game's already on the brink, Saw 1 and Saw 2, of becoming very hard to find on eBay. So that's when prices start to go up, when they dry up on eBay. So I've been grabbing Saw 1 and Saw 2. Saw 2 is much scarcer, I feel. Cool Hudson, Marble Madness style game, kind of Super Monkey Ball-ish. There's another one. I'm going to show it to you. Both of these are Hidden Gem Metal Jesus style. Not style, but I think one of the two has been covered by Metal Jesus. So they are ordained Hidden Gems. Both Hudson soft published. Probably developed by Hudson also. And between the two, this one seems to be probably 3 times as scarce. Just a heads up. But both of them are very playable, fun kind of games that'll age well. 20 years from now, you'll be looking at what looks interesting on the Wii. I always say it's those arcade gun on rails light gun shooters. Great genre for the Wii. And also your oddball stuff like that use the motion controls really well. Marble Madness style game. Koropina. Oh, here's a rare Master System game. I won this at auction. Just slipped. I didn't really want it, but I got meat on the bones to make a little money on this based on what Buy It Nows can sell for, and then what the auction ended at. So I really didn't. I was like kind of hoping somebody would eclipse my bid, but shit, I'm not gonna complain. Alf on Master System. Believe it only came out in North America, which is helpful. So there's a lot of games that are, it's the Master System's region free, common and PAL. Master System was much more successful over in Europe, and subsequently not nearly as scarce as it is in the States. And on a lot of games, you can't even tell the difference. On several games like Golden Axe Warrior and Sonic, all it was a PAL CIB copy of the game, and they slapped a sticker over the UPC of the PAL version, and that would make it a North American version. So that can be big bucks too on a few games like Strider, Golden Axe, Sonic. There's one other, I forget which one. Wonder Boy maybe. But it's freaking UPC sticker. That's some John Hancock shit. John Hancock really popularized that concept for full set North American Master System collectors. Gotta have that UPC sticker, and it's true. It's what makes it North American, and it's stupid little sticker makes hundreds of dollars of difference on especially games like Sonic. That's your prime example. Huge difference between stickerless, making it just a PAL copy, versus sticker over that UPC. Another copy of that Marble game. The other Master System game I just showed though, Alf, pretty damn uncommon. Probably a top 5 for North American uncommons for Sega Master System. Cool IP too, Another Alf game out there that was ever made. NES never got ALF, so this is kind of a neat Master System exclusive. Another NGPC game. Bought it on the low. Metal Slug First Mission. Another Saw 2. All fucked up. He's a 180 reversal. Whoa. 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 I think I bought this card only and it came in CIB. Whoa. All right, NBK Silent, dude, if you're watching this far into the video, DS, Master Collector. I know I talked about this genre. I think I even showed it in my DS Hidden Gems pre-mail call video I did a few weeks ago. I showed a cart of Flower, Sun, and Rain. Kind of falls into that. Games like Again, games like Miami Law, games like Hotel Dusk, kind of falls into that genre. Very story-driven and simple puzzles, but you're really your motivation to get through all these kind of blah puzzles and exploration, communication with NPCs just to advance the story. It's the story that motivates you. Cool story. Suda 51 game right here. Came out on PS2 only in Japan, and then the DS version I believe came out in North America and Japan, possibly PAL also. Really uncommon game. Really, really uncommon. For years, it was one of those games that would barely surface on eBay at all. But Deal Tavern, distributor Deal Tavern, had an unknown supply of them. And they were selling them for like 25 or 30 bucks shipped. And I foolishly didn't stock up on them. I should have. Like, I felt how rare it was and how few places ever seem to have it. Surface rate on eBay is very, very low. But there's fucking Deal Tavern there. They might have 10,000 copies. So you just don't know until it's been gone for about 2 years on eBay and Amazon. And they surface super infrequently. So cool one right there. Flower, Sun, and Rain. I swear, I think I bought a generic eBay picture, like a photo of it, just in good condition. And I was expecting cart only. I was happy to pay what I paid for that for just a cart. And I believe that's what happened here. And it came in CIB. I might be mistaken though. But holy crap, man. I feel like this should be over $100 on DS based on what other much more common games that are equally as interesting have been selling for on DS. So what the hell is this? Oh, this must be something that my brother bought. Came in the mail. Cool. Yep, that was an Eric buy. Good job, Eric. Probably paid very little for that. Another NGPC game. Sonic. Ooh. Get that sold. Put that in my Sonic stack. Well, sealed. Sealed without the security seal. That's gonna cause me to return it. That's an issue. This game is supposed to have a security seal. Interesting. It's got the Y fold and everything, but it's a reseal. That's not legit. That is not legit. Interesting right there. Very interesting. I'll have to look into that. That's a game I bought heavily into, Operation Darkness. I feel like it's your #1 most collectible 360 game. Look into it. I got a lot of mail to go through. I don't got time to talk about Operation Darkness. All right, so I bought this game just for that gorgeous Capcom with hang tab case swap, because I've got a copy of The Punisher with a decent case, but this one looked perfect, and sure enough, it came in beautiful. So slight improvement to my Capcom case for The Punisher, which I have cart, manual, and case insert for. Don't have the Punisher tattoo, unfortunately. That makes a big difference in value. But I was also missing the Capcom Reg card, and I believe this was the only other cheap Genesis Capcom title that came with the exact same Reg card that Punisher used. So I can throw that into my copy of the Punisher and crank up that value by much more than what I paid for this game right here. So this thing will take Punisher's old case, throw it in some fighter lot, get it resold, but it's gonna crank up my Punisher value by probably more than $50, make it more appealing, much sexier. So that was the strategy there. Got my Reg card, my gorgeous case swap. Definitely something to consider when you go to sell your collection in the future. If you're using eBay, I always recommend. Facebook can be very time consuming. A lot of people want to just chat and think that they're going to bring down the price by schmoozing with you. Not worth it. Go straight to eBay with your collection. But when it comes to your CIB stuff, your cart based, especially your cardboard, NES, SNES, Game Boy CIBs, you really got to show that full spread with all those stupid little additional inserts. The Club Nintendo card that has the little Zelda character on it that goes with your Minish Cap manual, and if you're missing a generic user warnings pamphlet that every game has, make sure you harvest it from some cheap ass game. Throw it in there with your Zelda Minish Cap box, manual, additional couple of inserts, GBA link cable bullshit, GBA player bullshit, precautions. Boom, do that full spread of Minish Cap and you'll crank up interest, value. You can ask more for it, get a lucky sale. So holy shit, I thought price charting said X. I just got 1.5X. Very possible. When you got that 100% CIB, if you were a picky collector, your entire career or whatever, your entire duration of the hobby as you're enjoying it, if you were picky and we're always looking out for nice minty stuff, it's going to reward you big time in the end when you go to sell it. Just make sure you get that extra value. Don't go off VGPC, which averages all these junk CIBs. Doesn't reward you for your nitpickiness. Alright, got plenty of bubble wrap here to reuse for this super cheap Sonic 2. I was snagging a few Sonic games before the movie came out just to be able to build lots. So I got a lot of miscellaneous Sonic stuff, so Sonic Genesis games. So for like $7 CIB shipped, Sonic 2 minty, I'll take it. I'll work with it.